Hello everyone, it's Anna, also known as that Star Wars girl. And recently, well, not recently, for about a year now, I have been making videos here on YouTube where I've been talking about Star Wars. Now, if you've been here with me, then you know I love Star Wars more than anything in the entire world. And Star Wars was always the good thing in my life. Star Wars was the thing that I could escape to in a galaxy far, far away. And no matter how horrible things got in reality, I had Star Wars and I had Luke Skywalker. And Luke Skywalker showed me that staying true to who you are and to be a good person will always win in the end. And if you follow the path that Anakin did, if you let yourself be, seduced by the dark side, and you take the easy route, look at what happens. You become Darth Vader, and yeah, you can be epically cool, but what does that get you at the end? You have no family. You are obsessed with your work. Your work is your life, and it's eating you alive until you die. What would you pick? Would you pick to go with Darth Vader, or would you pick Luke Skywalker and save a galaxy? Pretty simple choice to me. Now, I feel that I was very lucky in the sense that I was able to be introduced to Star Wars at such a young age, and I was shown it at the right time to where I could never forget it, and it changed my life. Star Wars did change my life, and I am sick and tired of reading comments, whether it be on my videos or on Instagram or Twitter, where people use the argument that Star Wars is just a movie. Well, excuse me, but to me, Star Wars is not just a movie, and if anyone ever tells you that something that you care about is just nothing, then they don't know what the hell they are talking about, because everyone perceives things differently. And for someone to tell you that something that you love, something that you care about is irrelevant, then they can go fuck themselves. Because that is not right. That is like me going up to someone and saying oh, something that you care about more than anything in the entire world, well, guess what? It's nothing. Get over it. That is not right. No one should be doing that. And that's a poor excuse. And ignorance is bliss. But saying that to people hurts people. I live by the philosophy is, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it at all. I don't sit there on my free time going through and watching videos just so that way I could comment and say horrible things. No, if I don't like something, I don't watch it. If people are having an argument that I don't care about, I stop reading it. I, take myself out of the situation. That's what adults do. As I found being here on the internet, there are a lot of adults, but there's also a lot of children. And there are children that like to hide behind typewriters and, pretend to be grown-ups. That being said, we can very easily pick who those people are. But at some level, you have to take responsibility for your actions, and you have to understand that words do hurt. Now, I was on vacation it was very short. I was up in the snow with my family for the weekend, and I didn't have any service. A lot has happened in the 3 days that I was gone, and I planned on covering all of it, but something even more important happened. And I was not expecting a text from my mother that told me that something happened to my sister. And it was not a conversation I ever thought I would have. And it was scary to know that the last conversation I had with my sister was an argument. And I still don't know if that's going to be the last conversation I have with her. And that hurts. And it sucks because even though I've always been the black sheep of the family, even at social gatherings, I'm the weird one. I'm the one that has the weird t-shirts with, Terminator or Star Wars or Hannibal Lecter bands. and I'm quiet and I keep to myself, because if I say anything, I know it will start a fight. I'm used to be made fun of by even my family. But I am so grateful that I had Star Wars in my life, that even though there was horrible things that were happening, I had someone to look up to. I had Luke Skywalker. I had this story that George Lucas told that proved to me that even a kid that grew up on a ranch in the middle of nowhere could do something, could change the world. George Lucas taught me that, and Luke Skywalker taught me that. And I'm so grateful that I had that in my life. And it sucks looking at the situation that happened with my sister and knowing that she was there. She watched me as I was watching these movies, and it didn't affect her the same way. And I wish that it had. But it didn't. And we're all very different, me and my sisters. And I wish that my sister could have Star Wars. I wish that my sister was able to watch it and see it the way I saw it. And because I used it as my escape, I knew that things were horrible. And when I say horrible, that's just a complete understatement. It was a living hell. And I kept telling myself every single day, I can get through this because Luke Skywalker got through it. Luke Skywalker went through hell. And he stayed true to himself, and he was a good person. And I knew every single day that if I just held on, I was going to get out. And I was going to go. And I was going to be my own person. And I was going to stay a good person. And I wasn't going to let myself be seduced by the dark side like Anakin was. And I don't get along with either of my sisters because we're so different. And it's a very hostile environment because of the way that the situation that happened when we were kids and growing up. And so I don't get to share that with them. But I wish that my sister had Star Wars, because what happened to her wouldn't have happened, because she would have known to follow Luke Skywalker and not to follow Anakin. And I wish I could tell her, but I can't. And it's a very difficult situation. Basically, what I wanted to say is that don't ever let anyone tell you that it's just a movie. Because Star Wars is not just a movie. Star Wars has saved my life more times than I can count. Star Wars is the reason I did not become a bad person, because of the circumstances that I had. It would have been so easy to become Anakin and to follow in that path. But I watched Luke Skywalker. And I watched him look the Emperor in the eye and tell him, I would rather die than become like you. And I wish more people were able to understand that, because it's such a beautiful message, and it really is true. And I wish my sister was able to see that. But she's not. I don't think I can go on much longer, but the point I wanted to make was, don't ever let anyone tell you that Star Wars is not important, that Star Wars is not just a movie, because it's not just a movie. Star Wars would not be where it is today if it was just a movie to so many people. Star Wars means so much, and it gave the entire world hope. It gave me hope. So everyone, don't ever stop fighting for Star Wars. Don't ever stop loving Star Wars. Don't ever let people tell you that you're racist and that you're sexist and misogynistic because you can't stand what's happening to Star Wars. Because that is wrong. And defending doing the right thing and standing up for what you believe in and the things you love is not wrong. And Luke Skywalker taught us that. So everyone, have a great rest of your day. And may the Force be with you, because we are really going to need it.